Hello, welcome back to Financial Fix with Sharnella. Today I want to talk about a topic that you may think it's insignificant, but it really holds a lot of significance, and that is bottle returns. Most of us today, we toss our 10-cent bottle returns because we think, oh, it's just 10 cents. I don't feel like taking that bottle return, that bottle back to the grocery store because it's just 10 cents. Many of us think that returning bottles is inconvenient and not necessary. We think of it as an insignificant expense, but in all actuality, it really isn't. It's very irresponsible to not return your bottles, and I'll tell you why. Number one, we need to recycle that aluminum. We need to recycle the glass to help save our environment. That's number one. Number two, why are you throwing away dimes? In my book, Help a Fool Spend His Money, I talk about how my children actually had thrown at least 10 cans, returnable cans, in the trash. What did I do? I called my children down to the kitchen and I said, "Excuse me, DJ and Jade, why are these cans in the trash?" They looked at me and they said, "Well, my friends and I, we were done drinking, so we just threw them in the trash." And they knew that there was a rule in our house where you don't throw cans in the trash. So what I said, okay, get the cans out of the trash can and I want you to count them for me. It was about 10 cans or so. So I said to them, each of you go get 10 dimes and come back down to the kitchen. They went upstairs, they got the dimes out of their little banks, and they handed it to me and they said, "Well, yeah, here are the dimes, now what?" I said, "Now take those dimes and throw them in the trash." They looked at me as if I had lost my mind. Why? Because they had physical money in their hand that I'm telling them to throw away in the trash that they would never see again. And so what I explained to them is when they throw cans in the trash, when you throw glass, returnable bottles in the trash, that's exactly what you're doing. You're throwing money away. So let's stop doing that. I'm going to read a story that I read most recently on the internet, and I was really shocked because for years I've been trying to tell people how significant a dime can be when you multiply it 100, 1,000, 10,000 times. So here's a story about a man on the Central Coast in New South Wales, Australia. His name is Damien Gordon, and you can look this up. He purchased a 2-bedroom house using the money he earned by collecting and returning nearly 500,000 returnable bottles and cans through the Return and Earn program, which is very similar to what we do. Gordon collected those containers along the beaches of New South Wales over 7 years, and the money he earned from the refunds was enough to put a deposit down on the house. When my fiance brought that to my attention, I thought, yeah, this is a topic that's worth teaching on specifically. There's another story I want to bring to you guys' attention. Again, it was my fiance. He read this story, and I tell you, it's amazing. 70.4% of bottle returns in Michigan alone, which is the lowest return rate in 30 years. Only 70% of bottles are being returned, right? And there's $116 million in unreturned deposits. Our state alone in the last, year or so has collected $87.5 million from uncollected deposits. When you purchase a soda or a can of beer or any other drink with a returnable 10 cents. A lot of you are out there again screaming about, how financially unstable you are. But Americans, just Michiganders, you're giving away $87.5 million. I need you to stop. I need you to listen to me, please, and put yourself on a better financial plan. Again, it may seem insignificant. Oh, it's just a dime here, it's just a dime there. It's only a couple bucks here or a couple bucks there. But when you look at it over a lifetime, you're throwing away potentially $10, $15, $20, $30, $40,000. And then some of you are out there complaining about, oh, I can't pay my rent. I can't pay, this bill, or I can't pay that bill, or I have no savings. It's your spending habits, and it's your lack of looking at the small expenses in your life that you're giving your money away in that way. You got to look at every expense, and you got to look at the way that you're utilizing your funds. Because I tell you, a lot of you have a lot more money in your budget that you can work with and get all the things that you need to take care of, the important things that you need to take care of, which is your rent or your mortgage, your lights, gas, water, all of your essential bills. But a lot of you are out there spending money frivolously and, again, not returning your bottles. So you're losing money returning those bottles. So yes, I'm here to say, start returning your bottles, okay? Let's be a smart spender and a smart saver. So I want to end with this. If you think, or if you know you need help learning where the small expenditures in your budget is taking you down financially, send me an email, Sharnella@SharnellaClark.com. Again, Sharnella@SharnellaClark.com. And let me help you figure out where you're losing money. Because I tell you, a lot of us are losing money in a big way. We just don't know it. Until next time, see you later.